The X-Files, the 1993 supernatural science fiction series created by Chris Carter. It had a very long run, and the spirit of it is still being kept alive to this day. It stars Gillian Anderson. Sorry, I get her name mixed up with Gillian Flynn, one of my favorite authors, and David Duchovny, as well as Shocker star Mitch Pileggi. Anyway, let's get started. The series revolves around agents Dana, Scully, and Mulder. His first name is Fox, which I think is a nod to the series, but he prefers Agent Mulder, who are both assigned to the X-Files, a department in the FBI that deals with the unknown as well as the unexplained. The two are sent to investigate such phenomenon, but with different goals. Agent Scully is a little bit skeptical and wants a little more logical explanation for the strange activity. Meanwhile, Agent Mulder believes that perhaps the strange goings-ons are more than just coincidence and might even be some evidence of something supernatural. Together, the two have encountered a wider variety of beasts and villains, including hellhounds, aliens, cults, ghosts, and even possessed children. This is a really fun premise. If you grew up watching shows such as Goosebumps and R.L. Stine's The Haunting Hour, then you will fall in love with this show because the creativity in those two shows is in this one as well. The monsters in all the shows The monsters in all these shows seem to exist in their own worlds as well, given that excuse me, the only people to notice it in the kids' shows are the kids. And like how in X-Files, the only ones who are aware of all the strange things going on are the agents, except it was more because the parents were oblivious in the kids' shows. But all joking aside, it does have that charm that a lot of our favorite horror shows had when we were growing up. From the badass monster designs to the creative plots, it can't disappoint. I give premise an A+. Nexus Characters. And what can I say? It's fucking Agent Dan, Agent Scully, and Agent Mulder. I feel like everyone already knows why these two are so great that I feel like I shouldn't even have to explain it. But to hell with it. These two contribute excellently to this show. They don't act too tough, but yet they are very confident and have a no-nonsense attitude to them. I'm really curious to know what happened to Agent Mulder's sister, as well as I already saw what happened to her in Little Green Men, but I'm curious to know what happened to her after that, as well as some more of Agent Scully's past. This is another show where, like with Hell of a Boss and Has Been Hotel, I can't pick a favorite. I give characters an A+, and now humor. The humor in the show is very subtle, but still pretty funny sometimes. Agents Mulder and Scully can be pretty passive-aggressive to each other sometimes, which has resulted in some pretty hilarious comments. Although I will admit the humor is sometimes too subtle to the point where I actually miss some jokes or am confused with it when to laugh or not. But other than that, I give humor an A-. Next category is acting, and it's pretty good. Gillian Anderson and David Duchovny bring just the right amount of emotion to the show in order to make you care about what happens to the characters. I'd like to see them in other stuff too, not just X-Files, since they're actually really decent and play off each other very well. I'll give acting an A. Finally, directing. The direction in this show is very eerie. It has the same kind of atmosphere as being in some dark meadow as the wind rustles your hair and the grass while you get the strange feeling something isn't right. Like, just picture it's windy, there's a wind, but you hear the wind howling, but yet you don't feel it, but yet you see the grass and your hair moving. Anyway, also, like I said, this is a creative show. So creative that some episodes could even pass off as Haunting Hour episodes. I give directing an A+. Overall, The X-Files is an amazing show with some great characters, as well as some very awesome writing. Even though a lot of the cast members have shown little interest to do another season, I do feel like this show is kind of deserving another one that's at least 16 episodes, because season 10 and 11 only have a whopping 6 and 10. Like, they should have just put them together, honestly, if you ask me. Which is kind of weak when compared to the other 20 episode seasons. But other than that, I'm also very hooked on the mythology story arc as well. What exactly was it that Agent Mulder saw that night? I give The X-Files an A+. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more content.